There is a massive coffee gathering once a year. It is the Specialty Coffee Expo where coffee professionals from all around the world meet and share what they have to offer. From green coffee producers to roasters, baristas, coffee gear brands, everything coffee related in your mind you'll find here. This year it was hosted in Portland, Oregon, and Destiny wanted me to go. Almost by magic, I had the opportunity to attend this event for the first time, and I want to share the journey with you. We decided to drive from our home in Vancouver, Canada. Our first stop was in Seattle to visit one of my favorite coffee shops, Espresso Vivace. If you haven't watched my video where I am crying while drinking their coffee, you can watch it after this one to get a sense of why this excited me so much. I had no idea that specifically on the day and time I visited the cafe, they were having an espresso tasting, celebrating 35 years of Espresso Vivace. David Chummer himself was behind the bar, dialing in and extracting 3 different espressos, explaining origins and roasting processes with us. Such a beautiful surprise. Heading out of the cafe, Conrad here reached out to share that he had watched our videos. Conrad, if you are watching, you have no idea how valuable this was for us to hear. Thank you for connecting. After this, we were Portland bound. The expo will start the next day. Hi, so we're here on the first day of the SCA Expo. I feel excited. This is my first time, so I don't know exactly what to expect. I don't know what we're gonna see. And I hope to meet great people, drink great coffee, and see a lot of nice, cool stuff. So let's go. We arrived early and had the first coffee of the day. The expo floor opened and we headed straight to the action. The plan was to simply walk it completely, but the whole thing was a bit overwhelming. Each booth offers something fantastic, and it's easy to be distracted along the way. From free drinks to appreciating espresso machines, such as this beautiful Slayer and the Ascaso Steel Uno, watching the Flair manual espresso maker in action, playing with the timer chestnut hand grinder, to even getting a coffee-themed tattoo. Isn't that crazy? I tried to get one but couldn't get on the list. Anyways, some amazing things happened on the first day. I got to meet the incredible Caitlin Campbell from Street Brew, an outstanding person with such a beautiful soul. She brewed us delicious coffee and I couldn't be more honored. Thank you so much, Caitlin. You are wonderful. After a quick sparkling water break, I decided to peek into the origami booth and had the chance to meet the legendary Tetsu Kazuya. I was fangirling like never before, but it wasn't the last time, and you'll see it in a moment. Of course, I wanted a photo with coffee expert Lance Hedrick, and he was awfully quiet. It was time to keep exploring, having fun in the activities some of the booths hosted, trying a nitro brew which was delicious, fantasizing with expensive gear, and talking about expensive gear, this was the most shocking thing I saw. A robot barista. Yeah, the Wingman Cobot can make pour-overs and espresso. Of course, with some assistance and at a hefty price, but I can't wait to see one of these in the wild. The next big surprise was finding my people at the expo. The Dominican Republic booth was huge, and I didn't even know some of these producers. I gotta say, this was one of the best coffees I had that entire weekend. Now that I was highly caffeinated, it was time for a break and rest for day 2. Here we are, and before going to the expo, we had to watch some competition. It was the USBC semifinals, and we made it on time to see Morgan's performance. Morgan won USBC last year, so it was time to defend that title. We jumped into the expo again, and our first activity was a public cupping where we met some great creators. And talking about creators, this was the day when I met most of the coffee people I admire. My gosh, I was starstruck. I met coffee creators and personalities from all around the world. And of course, I found some of the big stars all together. I had to take the chance. Everyone was so welcoming and nice. Still on cloud 9, it was time to geek over more gadgets. Here's the tiny Akaya Pixies, small but mighty, although equally expensive. The Wakako Portable Espresso Maker is an interesting tool for travelers. And this thing here is the Bribe, a coffee brewing pipe for adventurers. A bit absurd, but a fun must-have for any coffee lover for sure. The unconventional X-Bloom was so cool to try, and will probably look great in my kitchen. And here's one of my favorites, the Pure Over.
It is such a nice and eco-friendly way of making pour over, so check links for this and everything else I'm showing in this video in the description below. Wanna see me using it? A video is coming soon, so like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss it. To end the day, we had the chance to listen to 5 amazing tiny talks by women in coffee, where I got to meet Lucia Bawat among many other inspiring women in this industry. We had great food, live samba music, and the day was gone just as fast as it started. Although the expo continued for one more day, we didn't attend on Sunday. Rather, we visited Proud Mary, a coffee shop that's a true example of excellence and continued high-quality standards. The experience was beyond outstanding. The coffee was incredible. The food was extremely tasty, not to mention aesthetically pleasing. The baristas had such a vibe. And the combination of the music and layout, absolutely everything, was an experience to remember and one I'll surely repeat when back in Portland. Thank you for coming with me to SEA Expo 2023. I hope to see you next year in Chicago. And thank you so much for watching.